Shalom. Before I get started, I'd like to give all honor, all glory, and all praises unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kwadash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders and the bishops of Great Millstone, and Shalom to you, hopefully elect beloved brothers, and you few sisters. Peace be unto you in these last days, because we're living in the end times. And I want to share this dream that I had yesterday, specifically with you beloved brothers, the Akim, because Lord willing, brothers, if we are of the elect, if we are of the household of faith, the Lord is getting ready to do a very miraculous and powerful work with us, and if we are of that number, he's doing it now because he gave us this truth, all right? He gave us the ability to read the scriptures and understand it clearly, and even this dream, when I'm thinking about it now, and even when I woke up from it, I jumped up from it because it was just so intense, and I had to take a few deep breaths, to calm down, and to get my bearings straight. And as a matter of fact, let me come from this here, because even the prophets of old, they had relatively similar experiences, as we're going to read here in Daniel, Ezekiel, around about the 3rd chapter and the 15th verse, Habakkuk chapter 3, 2 as well, around about the 16th verse. He had, the prophets of old had these various experiences when they had these visions or these dreams. Man, they were completely worn out. They were exhausted, and sometimes they fell ill because of them too as well. But let's start here in the book of Daniel, the 8th chapter, the 26th through the 27th verse, and it reads, "The vision of the evenings and the mornings that has been given unto you is true." And you have to consider this: all prophecies have to come into, fruition. They have to come to pass. Right? And even Daniel, he saw the time period of Jacob's trouble. Let's read Daniel, the 12th chapter, and just start at the first verse and read down. Right? The time period that we're heading into is going to be so chaotic that even Michael the archangel is going to have to step in to provide protection for the elect. All right? But continuing on, it reads, "The vision of the evenings and the mornings that has been given unto you is true, but seal up the vision, for it concerns the distant future." Verse 27 is the point. I, Daniel, was worn out. I lay exhausted for several days. Then I got up and went about the king's business. I was appalled by the vision. It was beyond understanding. And even the aspects of the dream that I don't quite understand, I'm praying on it too. But what I do recall, what I do remember, clearly, I want to share with you, beloved brothers. And again, the power that we serve, brothers, he's getting ready to do a very powerful work with us. He's getting ready to lift up that standard. All right, we're going to be able to do exceedingly far and beyond we can ever ask, think, and or imagine. And how do we know? This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 1, verse 5, and it reads, "Behold, ye among the heathen." Who is ye that are among the heathen? Us, the hope of the elect, that 1/3, that grape of a cluster. "And regard and wonder marvelously, for I will work a work in your days, which ye will not believe, though it be told unto you." Now let me come from this here, and bear with me, because I have, various photos queued up, and I want to leverage them as a backdrop to somewhat, illustrate, what I saw in that particular dream. And let me say this too, while it's on my mind to say. And in the dream, I knew I was with brothers. It had to be maybe four of us, or maybe 5 of us together. The way that I knew I was with brothers is not only what happened at the end of the dream, but the level of comfort that I only have when I'm with other brothers. All right? Because, just through the Spirit, brothers, we are here to comfort one another. And how do we comfort one another? Not only by fellowshipping, but, doing these various lessons, sitting down and sit downs and being there for one another. All right? But let me get right into this dream here. So in the dream, myself and, other brothers, we entered into this city, and the Lord didn't allow me to see brothers, but, and I'm going to expound on it a little further, but I knew I was with other brothers, all right? And while we entered into this city, when I say complete, all hell was breaking loose, complete war, complete chaos, it's outlined in Jeremiah, the 30th chapter. You can start at around about the 4th verse and read down, all right? When the scriptures tell us in Isaiah, Isaiah the 59th chapter, that the enemy is going to come in like a flood, and that enemy is referring to Esau, Edom, the Edomites, all right? He's going to be like a madman sparing none. And when I tell you, he was laying Jake the hell down, man, all right? But you two-thirds, you mockers, you scoffers that talk about the Israelites that are actually doing the work, that's making their bodies a living sacrifice, there's going to be no excuse for you, man. All right? Okay? He's going to be like a madman sparing none. He's not going to spare any of you, Jackson. He wasn't sparing Jake in this dream, man. All right? There were normal looking soldiers like these men you see here, and there was other soldiers too as well. I want to say they had on something like unto some sort of a cyber suit or something like that, or whatever the case may be. And as we begin to move around about this city, you know, we can in this vision again, all hell is breaking loose, man. Second Ezra, the 15th chapter, Second Ezra, the 16th chapter, you know, Matthew chapter 24, verse 1. You know, Yahweh Shai stated, it will be a time like never before seen upon the earth. All right, unequal. Okay, now let me come from here. So as we move around about this city, you know, the power that we serve, he did one or two things. Either he cloaked us as to where the normal soldiers couldn't see us, or he gave us the ability to make ourselves invincible. So as we're moving about this city, literally no one is paying attention to us. And I realized that they couldn't see us until we came upon these men who were like an, well, seemingly they were men, right? But as we looked at them, we knew and understood, hey, these are not normal men. They had to be, and I'm going to explain it this way, you know, they had to be like either cyborgs or damn like Terminators, all right? So these damn cyborgs, they began to attack us. And the way we knew that they were damn Terminators, if you will, for lack of better expression, because while we were attacking them, you could see the exoskeleton underneath them. So as this attack is taking place, you know, we somewhat, for lack of better expression, we retreated into a building, if you will, and I knew that we were cornered, and that we were either in a position of fight or flight, for, you know, just to explain it that way. And brothers, when I tell you, the way brothers leaped and took off and started to fly, it's like it was unbelievable, brothers. And the way that I knew that other brothers were with me is because when brothers started to leap and take flight, and I remember brothers' voices echoing in my mind right now. Literally, I can hear it right now while I'm telling this dream here. All I remember brothers saying is, Barakatah Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Call Allah Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. And brothers, when I tell you, brothers, we were taking off, taking flight. Not only me, all of us were. All of us were, brothers. The shit was epic, brothers. And it was, we began to take off and take flight, the dream ended. And now let me come from here, because that is in the scriptures. And how do we know? Let's go back to Isaiah, chapter 59, the 19th verse. And it reads this: so shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun, when the enemy shall come in like a flood. And who's the enemy? That's Esau, Edom, the Edomites, the modern day so-called white man. He's going to come in like a flood. And in that dream, he wasn't sparing no damn body. The Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. Let's go to that word, standard. All right. Now, as we see right here, we're in the blue letter. Let's get into what that means exactly. And it gives us this. Bear me a second.
Strong's H 5127. Noose. Noose.
Now, by definition, look at what it states here. The Lord is going to give us the ability to flee, to escape, to take flight, to depart, to disappear, to fly, to the attack. Let me say this, brothers, while it's on my mind to say it too as well. Like I said, when we entered into that city, I knew that they could not see us, man. All right? The only ones that were able to see us were those damn cyborgs, man. I know it may sound far out. I know it may sound far-fetched. I'm just sharing with you, brothers, what I saw in that dream. And let me add this too as well. Why do you suppose they're building all of these cyber dogs, all right? These cyber robots. They're going to use them in the near future, man, to control the people, all right? Continuing on, it reads, to put to flight, to drive hastily, to cause, to disappear, to hide. Let me come from this here. Right? This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 40, verse 28 through 32. And it reads, hast thou not known, hast thou not heard, that the everlasting God, the Lord, the creator of the ends of the earth, fainteth not, neither is weary. There is no searching of his understanding. What the Lord is getting ready to do, brothers, with us is going to be far beyond our understanding, brothers. But let me continue reading on. It reads, even the youth shall faint and be weary, and the young men shall utterly fall. But, and this refers to the hopeful elect, all right? And Lord willing, brothers, we are of that number. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. And brothers, that was us in that dream, man. We took off, brothers, and brothers was praising the Lord. I remember you brothers' voices, man. The Lord didn't allow me to see brothers or who I was with, but brothers was with me, all right? Okay, so not only me, myself, Lord willing, I'm of that number, have that ability, but you brothers are going to have that ability too, brothers, all right? Let me come from this here. And I'll finish in the book of 2nd Ezra chapter 2, verse 48. And it reads, then the angel said to me, go thy way and tell my people what manner of things and how great wonders of the Lord thy God thou hast seen, brothers. Brothers, even right now while I'm retelling this vision, like I can see it like right now. I can see it right now, brothers. Brothers, keep believing, keep pushing, and keep the faith. Call halal Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakradash, Shalom.